Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. I wanted to do a video. I'm going to split them in halves. I'm going to do one now and one covering the West next. I don't want to make the video too long, so I figured let me just split it up into conferences. We're all anticipating the drop of the puck. It's been a long time since we've seen hockey. Format's a little bit different. They're going to do a play-in round to see who gets into the playoffs. Is what they're doing, a 5-game series with these teams that I'm going to mention now. And let's get started. The Islanders and the Florida Panthers are the teams that I wanted to talk about first. And this series, I'm going to take the Islanders. I like their team, I really do. And I like the Panthers too, but I give the edge to the Islanders in this one. I like their forward depth. I like their defense. Pelech is set to be returning. I like their goaltending of Varlamov and Grice. And, got to take in consideration Matthew Barzal's, this is his RFA year. He's going to try to be the best player he can in the playoffs to get that good contract next year. I like their forward combinations. I really do. I like their bottom six pairing. They're noted as playoff players. That's how they play. I like their top six. I just like this team, and I like the additions they made with Green and JG Pageau. I think they're really going to help out this team come playoff time. So I'm going to give the edge to the Islanders. Florida, I like their team. I really do. Trading Trocheck may hurt when the trade deadline came, but I do like their group of forwards led by Barkov and Huberdeau. I like Hoffman, Dadonov. They got a good skilled team. They really do. But if I'm giving the edge to any team, I'm going to give it to the Islanders in this case because of Florida's lack of defense. I know they were trying to add another defenseman come trade deadline, but they couldn't. And their goaltending is a question mark. Bobrovsky's had an up and down year. And, that's going to be a question mark going into the playoffs. So we're going to see what happens with this. But in this case, I'm going to take the Islanders. But I do see a bright future for the Florida Panthers. Next teams, Pittsburgh Penguins and the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I'll talk about the Montreal Canadiens first. I bet you they're kicking themselves in the ass for trading Kovalchuk because he played well leading into the trade deadline. And I know they weren't expecting themselves to be a playoff team this year. And, it happened in their favor that they are. But they do have two players in Weber and Price that can really steal a series. I like their forward group with Tatar, Gallagher, Domi, Drew, and if he could come back healthy, Suzuki. I like their team. I really do. I like their defense as well, but I'm going to give the edge to the Penguins. They just have too much playoff experience. Any team that's led by Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Murray, Hornquist is good too. Gensel is good. They just have a good, deep team. And I love what they added. I know it was a lot, but they did add some key players. I love how they added Marleau, trying to have him chase his cup. I love how they brought back Sheary. He's been with the team. He knows how to play with them. And he's a playoff performer. So I really like what they added. And they added Zucker too. So that it's just a good team, a good, deep team at forward, defense, and goaltending. And they have that playoff experience. And they also have that mentality that if they're down and out, if they lose a player due to injuries, they can bounce back and win a series. So this one, I am hands down going to take the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next teams I'm going to talk about, Carolina Hurricanes, New York Rangers. Now this is going to be the most tightly contested one series in this playoff round for the East. I like both teams. I don't know which one to pick to win. I like both teams' forward group. I like their defense. And the goaltending is what's going to separate them. You have Reimer and Mrazek in Carolina, and you have that three-headed monster in New York with Lundqvist, Shesterkin, and Georgiev. So I'm going to give the edge to goaltending with the Rangers. I give the edge to defense with Carolina because they have Slavin. Brady Shea is going to be an interesting one, playing his former team that he got traded for at this trade deadline. Gardner, Edmondson, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, Fleury, they have a good defense. And what happens with Vatanen coming in with the trade deadline? Is he gonna be healthy enough to play, which I assume he is. And I think he's really going to help out that power play as well. He could play in all situations. Good defenseman, play with New Jersey. What happens with Hamilton, Pesci, they just have a really deep defense. And, their forward group is nothing to snooze at. They have a really good set of forwards that are deep too. And anytime you have Justin Williams on this team, Mr. Game 7, watch out if you go to a Game 7. But not in this case this year. So I mean, in other rounds if it goes forward in. But I do like the Rangers too. You have Panarin that could turn it on at the drop of a hat. You have, if he gets going, if Zibanejad gets going, if Kreider gets going, if Kako could, prove that he's what he is, drafted at number 2, be good in the playoffs like it was in the tournament rounds, that big forward that can punish, that's all he's got to do. Don't concentrate on what his point production can be. Let him use his size to his advantage and just pound people with his size. And then the points will come down the line. But the Rangers got a good team. They really do. And their defense really kicked it up a notch this year, where you didn't think that Trouba, Fox, and D'Angelo would have a great year as they did. So, and then you have Stahl to have that leadership. They have a good team. They really do. So, this is going to be a tight one to say, but I give the slightest edge to Carolina in this based on the depth of their forward and defense. But if it comes down to a goaltending series, watch out for the Rangers. And the last one I wanted to talk about was Columbus Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Columbus, and I think this is a perfect test for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I really do. They need to play a team that plays with heart, soul, just plays every shift. They need to play a team like this to get their heads right. This year was a bit up and down with their, concentration just on the offensive end of the game. They need to establish where every forward on this group plays a two-way game, comes back into play, just plays with heart, soul, and emotion. If the Leafs can gather that, and if they can get past Columbus, I think it'll be the perfect thing to situate them with the Boston Bruins next. I really do. They need to play these tough, competitive teams to get that dig down deep sort of mentality. A little bit about the Leafs. They added Nick Robertson to their playoff roster. You're getting a healthy Muzzin, a healthy Anderson. The D needs to play sound together. They really do. And, their goaltending with Anderson and Campbell I really like. So I like their high-powered offense. I really do. Any team would like to have that added to their roster. I think with that, I give the edge to Toronto, but I do like Columbus's team. Whenever a team is coached by Tortorella, they're going to play their asses off. They really are. And they're going to just compete. And Columbus has good names. I love their defense, and their goaltending has really risen to the occasion this year. I like their forwards. I like their forward group. But if it's going to come down to scoring, I give the edge to Toronto. But I'm telling you, this is the perfect team to really catapult Toronto to that mentality they need to gain for that playoff mentality. But I like Columbus's chances too. I mean, their goaltending's good with Korpisalo and Merzlikins. I like their defense with Werenski, Murray, Savard, Jones, led by them. I like that tandem. I really do. But if it's going to come down to goal scoring, I think Toronto's going to definitely going to have the edge in that. But it's going to be a fun series to watch. All these series are going to be very fun to watch. If the Islanders win, they will any team with Florida and New York Islanders, whoever wins that is playing Tampa Bay. Whoever wins the Pittsburgh Penguins series and the Canadiens, they will play the Flyers. So can you picture the Penguins and Flyers? That'd be fun. They're very fun to watch. Very fun rivals to watch. Carolina and the Rangers, the next team that they would play is the Capitals. And the Columbus Blue Jackets and Toronto Maple Leafs, the winner of that plays the Boston Bruins. So it's going to be a fun series, a fun conference to watch, all these games. I miss playoff hockey. I miss hockey in general. So anybody who's watching, just enjoy that we have hockey back and, have fun rooting for your favorite team. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Continue to stay safe out there. Smash that like button. Comment below what you think, who you think would win these series. My next video will be the Western Conference. I'll do that within either tomorrow or the day after. Thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Helps it grow. And join our hockey team. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. Take it easy. Let's go hockey.